Y'all, what's up? It's Kai, and I'm back with day 9 of 25 Days of Spelivia. We're on season 3, and I was gonna do a moment from the first episode, but then I was like, Spelivia is all up in that first episode, so we might have to touch on basically everything involving them. And it's so good because now we done had Vegas and just more of their relationship overall as the season went on. So now looking back at this, you're just like, wow. They were really trying to cover up a lot there, and now we get to uncover it and dig more into how they were feeling. Yo, let's go. Looking back now to how they started summer, he said, you always got me. Man's arm was messing up. They were going to be there for each other for the summer. So now with them back in school and how they're acting towards each other, he sees her across the hall. He's not trying to approach her, and when he does, he seems a little hesitant to do so, and her whole demeanor just changes. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, knowing that connection that they've always had with each other, that bond, what they built between the two of them, and that friendship that has always been there, it would take something big for them to take a step back like this from each other. And the looks, the eyes, there was so much more behind those stares. And I was like, how did I miss that? The girl was in deep thought. And it was deep thought about Spence. I know it. She was in deep thought, staring off into space. And my man woke up. That look that she gives him, that look held want. That look held a little bit of guilt because she left him. That look held some surprise because she wasn't expecting him to show up like that. She didn't give him no invite. And him, all right, you know what? We're just going to talk because we know Vegas. This is the first time you're seeing her since you told her you were in love with her and she left. She left you. So you're just trying to see where you both stand right now because you miss your friend. That friendship, that's the base, that's the foundation. You miss your friend, you miss her, you want her. James was over there trying to test the waters. He was like, let me just go feel it out and see where we stand right now.
I guess it's a good thing Jordan told me about today.
Yeah, I guess we've both been busy.
Could you imagine? You both have these feelings for each other. His feelings, he put them out there. She didn't put her feelings out there to him, like she didn't verbally say them, but she showed him. And everything leading up to Vegas, from the very moment they met, he knows. Both have these feelings, and you know you both want this relationship, but out of respect for other people's feelings, you're not trying to go into this relationship with each other, and you're holding yourselves back, denying yourselves of this happiness. She was hesitant to do so. This is why they took this step back now. So he's trying to see where she stands, because at the end of the day, that friendship where they started from is what he's trying to hold on to. If he can't have all of her, he can't have this relationship, he can't have his woman who he knows wants him too. Dang, at least let me keep the friendship. At least let me be in her life somehow, some way. They are trying their best to make this small talk work.
He's either on his way to meet Simone at the hospital or he passed out halfway there from excitement.
Oh my God, she's having the baby.
She's having a baby.
Oh.
Listen, too much has happened between the two of them. Feelings run too deep between the two of them for them to even try to get back to what used to be. But my man Spence, he wants her. She cannot be the one that got away. He's trying to just be her friend. Yo, also, they got this big thing that has now happened between the two of them. Something that has really changed their relationship. And she still was worried about homeboy. She still was checking on him.
How have you been? Is your arm still...
I had no more relapses all summer. Not since the jamboree.
And she cared even more now, knowing that he's in love with her. I gotta make sure the dude who's in love with me, my future man, that I just gotta give some time before we can get together, I gotta make sure he good. He's throwing out that he hadn't seen her in weeks and that she's been avoiding him.
So yeah, I'm all good. Except for the fact that you've been avoiding me these last couple weeks.
Liv doing the avoiding? Because Liv been in love with him since day one. That right there should have been an eye-opener. Because had Liv been the one to confess, Spencer, he wouldn't have rejected her, especially after how the last season ended. No, he would not have turned her down. But if he was the one to sit here and confess, and she was the one that was wary, and knowing her personality and how she'd be so caring, she would be the one trying to sit here and avoid him and take some space, because now knowing that he feels the same way that she's felt this entire time, Yeah, they gonna need some space between each other. A few weeks, that's not even enough. Because if they would have been together during that time, we would have had that relationship so much sooner. Even with him, my girl be having the witty responses.
I must have missed the part where you came looking for me.
Touche.
I said, so she wanted him to come look. She wanted him to come find her. Honestly, if he would have followed up and found that girl wherever she went, because you know she ain't staying in Mexico. If he would have went looking for girl, if he would have went to go get his woman because he wouldn't have taken no for an answer, she would not have turned him down a second time. I don't think she got that strength not to do it a second time. Season 3 first started, and I was like, space? What they talking about space? Y'all ain't never need no space before. And now, especially after the season finale of season 2, where he had to take a step back and he couldn't hold the eye contact and he couldn't do the hand hold. So when she go to get up off the steps here,
I should finish cleaning up.
Liv.
Giving each other space.
my mans and her, they could not take it. The eye contact and the grabbing, she had to pull away quick because that space was much needed then. Had they not had that space, had they tried to close that space, Asher who? Layla who? No. Them feelings that she was trying to respect before, out the window. And I was like, girl, you should have just, I would have went for it then. Dag, yo. It's alright though, cause it built up more. Liv Girl was she was trying her best to bury them feelings because her running up in Asher's arms like that, you don't want him. You do not care for that boy. And y'all see his face? I said, dang, he looked hurt.
I missed you.
His woman was over there running up in another man's arms. The woman he was in love with, scratch that. The woman he is in love with was running in another man's arms. And knowing that she feel the same way about you, but you're still just waiting for your love confession from her, and you're waiting for you two to officially be together, and this is what you gotta see? I said, dang, yo. Now, them at the house because Spence then showed up.
My bad. I let myself in. I should have rung the bell.
My girl sat there and questioned him about the key.
Why you have a key?
I was like, Dagger, you gonna take his key too? You really trying to get him to stay away? It's because she can control herself. She knew it was only so much that she could control, and she can control getting that key back. She could do that. He was risking it all, yo. I'm gonna test these waters here again and see what's really going on between the two of us. She had Asher there. I said, Asher? He was like a baby Jordan. He was so ditzy. I was like, sir, do you not see what's happening here between the two of them? Do you not see the looks? It's because he all cheesing up in Spencer's face. Spencer, my man! And you got Liv over here looking like this. If I was in that room, I would have felt it. I would have been like, yeah, I should leave. You don't feel what's in this room between the two of them? The lust, the sexual tension, the want, the love that she does not have for you, but you could feel that love coming from her hitting Spence over here. You don't feel it? Yo, this right here, you could tell they really can't take being around each other no more. They without fully having each other, it's hard. It is hard work. It is taking every fiber of their being. It is so hard for them to try to just, I guess, be friends, be normal, act like nothing ever happened. Because once again, we got the...
Besides, just like you said yesterday. Space, right?
Man's claimed he was over there looking for Jordan, but I know he was hoping she was going to be at that house, and she was. He was expecting her to be with Asher. Can you imagine again? You're in love with this girl. One, you just saw her running up in his arms up in the school, and now you come to the house, and she coming down the steps trying to fix her little top too, and she was up in the house with him. Your woman, my favorite part of this entire episode. This probably should have been like day 20 or something, just for this scene alone of them in the kitchen after he tells Billy that his arm has been messing up still. You know, Liv something wrong with Spence. She gotta make sure he's good. She gonna go and check on him. And so when she hears him, she going over there, she letting him know she's proud of him for telling her dad the truth. They went in for that hug.
And my dad's right. You're gonna be okay. I'm proud of you for telling him the truth.
And I saw them going in for that hug after seeing what done happened earlier in the episode between them. Every time they tried to get close to each other, every time they touched, I said, is that a good move? For us it is, but for them, you two trying to avoid each other, space, and every time you would kind of get close to each other and you try to pull away because you know, gotta break that eye contact, can't hold it for too long. There's something you both are trying to avoid, feelings. She going for it. And when they go in, that hug, did y'all see that hug tighten?
Good job. Doing a good job. Don't get too down.
My man's settled into that hug. He wrapped around her body as soon as she got close enough. And her, as soon as she felt that, she settled too. And for a hot second, it was about to happen. And then she settled out because she realized, she was like, oh no. So that girl pulled away.
Know that you better.
Did y'all see her look? Spence stopping her though before she could pull all the way, because we know what's going on here. Him and Liv. We know what's going on between the two of us. Why are we denying ourselves? Can we talk about it at least?
The mothers, the fathers,
We're just not gonna talk about what happened this summer.
She was trying her best to break that eye contact. She was trying not to look into them eyes because she knew if she looked at them eyes, she falling. But she looked. And she couldn't take it. She could not take it.
This is for you. You make me feel.
She just stared at him because she was locked, but she was not trying to put them feelings all the way out there right then and there. He just wanted to talk about it. The fact that you left and he could tell you had the same exact feelings that he had and still has, only you didn't say the words. She was stuck because she knew if she talked about it, there's no going back. Ain't no going back. I said, this is about to be so good. Now we're about to see all this play out, and I'm so excited to relive season 3. So that was everything for today, y'all, and I will see you all tomorrow.